and I'm sorry you've waited so long for another Penny and Peg video.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She's been on her exclusive European tour, you know.
Bless you.
So posh.
I did. Do you know, I went to Buckingham Palace.
Did you?
To visit one of our relatives.
Yeah, really?
You know, Uncle Mr. Dougal McStink.
Oh, yes, the one that cleans the toilets in Buckingham Palace.
Such a nice chap.
Oh, no.
I said to him, Uncle, do you remember me? And do you know what he said, darling? It was lovely. Do you know what he said? Fuck off, I don't know who the hell you are. Bless him.
Oh, really?
That's where our family is, of course. You know.
Oh, yes, I know.
We'll
Don't
talk
pretend
more.
they don't know us.
Anyway, cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. Here we are.
Clinky, clinky. What are we
Peggy
drinking?
and Pen making beer posh again.
Indeed. What are we drinking today?
Oh, it doesn't matter, it's beer.
It's very cloudy, though, isn't it? Because it's a pale ale that's brewed in the bottle.
Who is it?
That's why it's cloudy, because
Really?
you get the yeasty
We
bit.
can't mention.
It's very natural.
We can't mention who it's from, of
Yes,
course.
we can. Cooper's, darling. Cooper's.
Yeah, well, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Coopers. Freebies will be recognised.
Anyway, what are we doing today? Penny?
Well, I was going to pop up Coopers and talk to the executive, you know, sort of. Oh,
Yes,
a big
yes,
one. Oh, we've
Let's
had
stop
mail.
doing that. You're stuck. Oh, we have. Well, they're very crinkly, though.
Well, I know. I was going to file them, and then I realised we hadn't read them out, so I unscrewed them, and here they are.
No.
We've
Well,
had.
read away then.
Do you know? I'm excited about this.
Why?
We've had a telegram from Gordon Ramsay.
Have we really?
Yes.
No, read it, darling.
I shall.
Please.
Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Ugh, fat bastard. Anyway, dear Penny and Peggy, stop. Watched your first video. Stop.
No, really?
Please, 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 please. Stop.
Well, what else after that?
Nothing, darling. I don't get it.
Oh, he must love
Telegrams are
us
so old-fashioned, aren't
then.
they?
Yeah, yes. He must love us anyway.
Thank you, Gordon. I shall look forward to poisoning you at some stage.
Yes. Or at least his Smarties.
We've got this. This is
Why do we wear the same dress
every week.
every week?
Why? Let me read that again. Sorry, Mr. Anonymous, but this. Dear Penny Peggy, why do you wear the same dress every week?
Well, because we're men, darling. And that's the only one that our mum will let us use. Okay? Yes. Next.
I've forgotten. It's gone. Never mind, darling. There was one more. I don't know if I should read it out or not.
No, I can't remember either.
No, I'm looking at it, but I don't think it's appropriate.
No, I don't think so either. No, we'll probably get banned from RedTube or whatever we're on.
Dear Penny and Peg, why do you call your show Sticky Moments when you should call it absolute, what's that word?
Crap.
Crap. Yeah, with a K.
Anyway,
Today we're making garlic prawns, and we're doing that because we were requested to make them by a viewer who we admire.
oh, very much.
She clearly has something wrong with her,
Oh, yes, of course.
but she's got great taste.
Yes, and she's posh.
Bless you.
She's proper posh.
Proper posh. We won't mention her name because she's probably an executive of some sort of thing.
Yes.
We don't want to be sued. Not again.
Yes. Let's not go through that again.
Yeah.
Well, come on then, Peggy.
Well,
Let's get on with it.
we're going to make garlic prawns. The Australian version of garlic prawns. Do you know, I say Australian version, but I think it's one-off. I think Australians are the ones that
Come up
invented
with garlic prawns.
garlic prawns. Yes.
Really?
Oh, I do believe so.
No, I think...
It's
I
a
think
pub
not.
favourite, a bit like you, darling, you know.
Yes.
A pub car park, a
That's
pub
what-
favourite. Can you pass me the garlic oil, please?
Yes. There you go. No.
Sounds like your son.
Oh, darling.
We in this recipe we have a kilo of prawns. You don't need to use that's not one serve, by the way. That should be like 4 or maybe even 2.
Yeah.
These
if
are
you're greedy.
Indeed. And these, and the fat bastard that keeps sending us dick pics, of course. We don't mention him.
No.
We've deveined these, haven't we, darling?
Yes, we de-pooed them.
These are green prawns, and that means that we've they're raw, and we've cut along the spine. Do you see that? And we've taken out the little intestine. Do you know,
that's very interesting, darling.
if it was a cow, you can imagine the intestine being, I don't know, half a kilometre long.
Yes.
And the poo being, well, cow poo, really.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to eat it, would you, darling?
No.
If every steak came with a little rim of shit on it, you wouldn't eat it. Anyway.
No.
Pardon me. So we've got a kilo of prawns, quite a bit of garlic, and this is garlic oil.
Yes,
But
I made it earlier.
You did indeed. But we're going to be using garlic oil, but you can use 2 teaspoons of freshly crushed or hand-cut garlic.
Yeah, just out of the jar, darling. You get
And
it from the supermarket.
We'll be using cream.
Yes.
Cream.
Cream.
Lovely cream.
We love cream.
And a little bit of English hot mustard, which is our secret, isn't it, darling?
Yes.
If you want something to taste bitey, pop a little bit of English mustard in it.
Yes.
Yes?
Put it in a bucket and chuck your feet in there. It will relieve your tension.
Poor old Penny, she's such a silly bitch. Anyway, so we'll be doing that. And of course, we've got some spring onions.
Oh, yes, fresh.
Lovely spring onions.
Stop that, darling.
But of course, we'll be using this part of them because we're going to cook with those, and then we're going to garnish with the second half. Okay, darling?
Yes.
Is that all right with you?
Oh, yes, very posh.
So, garlic prawns, a lovely little dish. Generally, something you would serve as an entree. An entree.
Entree?
And in America...
Doesn't that mean the meal before the meal?
Indeed. Entree means something you enter through, of course. But in America, the entree is the main course, you know.
Oh, really?
Yes, in America they say appetizer, entree, which is bizarre. If you're a chef and you say, well,
Very confusing.
I've sent the entrees out, why are they moaning and why are we going for dessert? Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
Absolutely bizarre. Bloody Americans.
Going to leave you now and get on with the prep. Because preparation is everything. Thank you. Off we go.
See you, darlings.
Ooh, God, the stripping. I do love the stripping.
Oh, she loves stripping.
Are you watching, darling? Are you
Yes,
watching?
I'm watching.
I think 2 would be enough.
Oh, plenty.
And how far do we go on the spring onions? That's the thing.
We'll just go as far as you like, darling.
No, we use the back of our knife and we go touch, 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 touch. And as soon as it gives in, as soon as we can feel no more resistance, we know we're at the end of the spring onion, darling.
Dude,
But
is
we're going
it the end of the spring onion?
We're going to put that to one side. And I want them chopped this way. Alright?
Off you go then.
Nice and fine. Using your fingers as a guide, but tucked in. Tuck your fingers in, my darling.
Otherwise you'll chop them off.
Yes, you don't want any choppy. Some good old springy onions. And you know, that'll be plenty. We're going to cook these and not not use them as part of the garnish because we want the flavour of the spring onions, but we don't want them to go all nasty and grey. We want to serve them lovely crisp and green. Here we go. Over to the stove. Follow me. Oh, you've caught me adjusting my crutches.
No! You're always adjusting your crutch, darling.
I do like to play with my crutch.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that pan's nice and hot.
Why?
Well, food cooks better when it's been subjected to heat.
No, really?
A little bit of olive oil in there.
Is it posh though, darling?
Oh, it's very posh. Oh, garlic prawns are extremely posh, darling.
Oh, yes,
Extremely
posh.
Anyway, here we go. As you can see, I've got, let's have a look. 2 tablespoons of oil in there. And I want it nice and hot because what we don't want to do, darlings, is cook our prawns in cold oil because they'll just boil and be very tough. And we don't want that.
No, we don't want
We
that.
don't want tough, do we, darling?
No. We want tender.
Okay.
Melt
And
in your mouth.
We've talked about this before. We're going to put all the flavours into the oil, aren't we, dear?
Yes.
And you have to cook things out. You have to cook the flavours out of things. You can't just sprinkle them on and hope that they'll taste superb, because they won't. They will not.
Why is that?
Well, because things need to be heated or leached,
Ew.
you know, to come to their full flavour.
What, you're going to put leeches in there now?
No.
I thought we were just cooking with prawns.
We are. And you are a prawn. To think that I would find that funny, darling.
Yeah. Yeah, darling. Really?
Our oil is perfect now, dear.
Yeah,
So,
good.
to our oil, I'm going to add
More oil.
a teaspoon of butter. Because if we put just butter in the pan, it will burn and go brown, and we don't want that. We don't want that.
No, we don't.
Because butter has a different melting temperature to oil, and then the oil will protect the butter, dear. And this is garlic prawns, so we want a good old healthy version. Good old 2 tablespoons of garlic in there. And I shall use all of your oil, dear, because I know that you made it special.
Yes. Ooh, smells marvellous, darling.
Here we go. We've got that up to temperature. Here come the green prawns, dear.
Green prawns going in.
If you use prawns that are already cooked, you don't need to cook them for so long, all right? Because they will just get tough.
Obviously.
Well, people aren't cooks, dear. You're a cook, you understand.
Yes.
People that are watching this are not. Otherwise, they wouldn't need to watch silly fat women cooking to get their ideas.
Oh, I'm not fat, darling. I'm just overweight.
Yes, I know. That's what we keep. Mummy says we have to say about you, but it's not true. Oh God. Here we go. All the prawns. Let's get them in there. And we know they're starting to cook because, darling, what happens?
They go pink, darling.
They start changing colour. Yes, that's right. In goes our spring onions before.
Oh, lovely.
Because we want,
smells so good,
we
darling.
want the flavour to come out. Oh, beg your pardon.
Really?
Lovely. Oh, look at that butter. See how it's not burning, Penny?
Yes, because you added the olive oil first.
Yes.
You must do something with your hair, darling.
I know. I'll have a look at it when I've got it off. Lovely. Oh, it's very slippery, dear. Alright, we'll wait for them to cook. Yes, I don't want to cook them too long, which I've said. So I'm going to keep them moving because I don't want them to go rubbery. We want them lovely and soft.
No, we want them rubbery.
Don't do it, darling. Do not make the rubbery joke. We've done it so many times.
I know.
Alright, no. Here we go. It's the time. I'm going to sprinkle.
Oh, have a sprinkle, darling.
Go turn the heat.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to turn the heat down a little. Here we go.
Have a sprinkle.
A nice handful. Nice handful. There we go. And people say, oh my God, you're doing too much. Well, I'm not. Because I need to combine all those flavours that we put in. The oil, the butter, the prawns.
Here, it's looking thicker already.
It will, darling. You need to mix those in. Get that flour cooked off. There's nothing worse than raw flour. It makes things very claggy.
Yes, I'm very lumpy.
Indeed. A bit like eating porridge for breakfast.
I hate porridge.
Yes, especially on your chest. Righto, here we go. I've turned the heat up a little bit to cook that flour off. Oh.
Oh, it looks like my little son is here.
Let's not talk about that. You should be ashamed of yourself at your age. Right, here we go.
Oh, really?
Turn the power down. Adding the liquid now. I've got a nice 600 mils of cream there. But that will thicken quite easily.
Oh, really?
Yes, it will, because of the flour. As soon as the flour combines with the butter and the liquid, we'll have our lovely garlic prawns. But we won't do any tasting yet, dear. We'll give it time to get back up to temperature and thicken. There we go. Helps if you turn the gas up, of course.
Yes, of course.
Ooh. That baby you can hear in the background is my little nephew.
Yes, I'm very proud. It took me ages to give birth.
Where did you find him?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
sorry,
find
did
him.
you
He
have him?
came out of my vagina.
Good God, that's a terrible word to say.
What, vagina?
No, came out of.
Yeah.
It's very common.
Yes, I know.
Here
But
we
the
go.
birth was very posh, darling.
It was indeed, yes, it was far more balloons than I would have thought, really, and confetti. Wasn't necessary, darling, but it's a personal thing.
Yeah, I loved it.
Here we go, look, see, look, we don't want all this boiling. Here we go, lovely. It's getting nice and thick now.
Is it? I didn't see it.
It's because I took the piss about the rice, isn't it?
Yes.
Here we are, of course, and there we go. Nice and thick. Don't cook it too long. We don't want those prawns to go too. Rubbery. You don't want to cook them too long.
Rubbery? I like them rubbery.
Oh, don't start, darling. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Bit of English mustard. If you remember,
Oh, English mustard is the best.
Penny talked about that, didn't you, darling?
Yes, I did.
In your shepherd's pie recipe.
Yes, I did.
It does
With
give
the
it taste.
with the mashed potato.
Gives you that lovely taste. And
A little bit of a zing.
here we go. Jesus Christ. So, here we go. Just nice and thick. Here we go. We're going to salt and pepper now. Oh, not too much, dears. We don't want it too much, do we, darling?
Yeah, no. What, like before?
Yes, indeed. And a bit of salt. Battery.
Oh, lovely.
It's like my vibrator, but in reverse. Isn't it?
Yes.
I wish you'd videoed me. Oh!
Oh,
my
you're
balance?
getting it a little bit wet. We can mop.
We've been down that road, darling. I have to say, darling, at the end of the day, it's been a ride, but it's done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here we go. Now, of course, prawns are quite sweet, and they don't have a strong flavour. They're very delicate. So when you taste the sauce, it may be a little bit sweet, or it might taste like nothing. So add more English mustard, add more salt and pepper. Here we go. You can put some some powdered seafood stock in there to give it the flavour that you're after. Or if you can't, salt and pepper is fine. But
Yeah.
taste it. Taste as you go, darlings. Taste as you go.
Oh, yes.
Don't
Oh,
follow-
it's very posh.
Indeed. Follow the recipe. Don't, beg your pardon. Follow the recipe, but taste it as you go. Because only then will you really know what it tastes like. You can't put it on the table and go, oh, that's nice. Know that it's nice when you put it down, dears. Here we go, darlings. Now, we've cooked the garlic prawns. We cooked them in garlic oil this time instead of 2 teaspoons of garlic. We cooked them just before they turn to orange. We don't want to overcook our green prawns.
No.
We sprinkled them with flour. We added the cream. Oh,
Oh,
God,
we love the cream.
we do love the cream. A little bit like the carbonara, but not quite as sexual. And we've also added some freshly ground pepper and some salt and pepper. Get you giggle there, darling, but I will smash your face in later.
Okay.
Here we go. Little bit of rice that Penny cooked, and she did it so well. And the recipe for rice is there too. Here we go. Lovely bed of rice. And we'll put it to one side because not everybody likes rice, but they do like garlic prawns. Bit lumpy, bit lumpy. Here we go. And a big old healthy serve of garlic prawns. And we thank our viewer for suggesting it, and we hope that we've done it justice for you. And with the garlic prawns, I put some blanched beans tied up in a little bow just to make it attractive.
Oh, lovely.
Indeed.
Oh, very posh.
Indeed. Well, everything we do is posh, darling.
Yes, of course.
And now, of course, the most favourite bit of everybody, when Penny eats it and talks with a mouthful. And here we go.
Thank you.
So there we are, darling.
Yes.
Garlic prawns
There, it looks very posh, darling.
with the basmati rice, and I've done some beans in a little thing there, you know. Sort of,
Well, how can you eat those then?
well, they're cooked. You don't.
You just take them out.
Raw, of course, at this point in time. But are they nice? Well, they're nice and crunchy.
Oh, lovely.
Got to have, let's take those off, darling. So, just a bit of a garnish. I tied some cooked beans together in a chive or spring onion end.
Oh,
You know,
it's very indulgent.
I know. Looks posh.
Oh, look.
What do you think, dear? Because you know I don't like seafood, so.
Superb.
She's got to say that because I have a knife just sort of conveniently placed in her ribs.
Oh,
Now, garlic prawns are one of the specialties, aren't they? You know, all pubs do it.
oh, very, very, very posh.
But you could overdo it with prawns and they'll be all hard, won't they, darling?
Yes, these are not hard. They're very soft.
Thank you, dears. And
Delicious.
remember, if you find yourselves coming to our channel, which I don't blame you because you know, we're so attractive.
Why are you gripping me on my shoulder?
I don't know. I think it's the cum on your shoulder. It's got me stuck there.
Stop it.
Goodbye, darlings, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, goodbye.
They must subscribe.
But they must.
Because we know who you are and we will track you down and kill you if you don't subscribe.
Yeah, we will.